The NFL is fixed. I hate to be the one to tell you, but the Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny are actually your parents. But here at iSports Predictor, we make the uncomfortable feel comfortable. Let's break down Week 4 of the NFL, Sportsbook vs. Public. Week 1, the Sportsbooks went 11-5. In Week 2, they dominated with a 14-2 record. Week 3 was closer, with Sportsbooks going 7-5-3. So, how did Week 4 turn out? Let's dive in. Game 1, Thursday Night Football. This was the most bet on game of the week. Prime time, no other games to distract people. A total of 372,019 bets were placed, with the spread at -5.5, favoring the Dallas Cowboys over the NY Giants. The final score, Dallas 20, Giants 15. Here's where it gets interesting. 78% of public money was riding on the Cowboys, with only 22% backing the Giants. So, the big question, did the Cowboys cover the -5.5 number? Once again, the sportsbooks come out on top. Sportsbook 1, Public 0. Game 2, Sunday Night Football. The second most bet on game of the week, with 307,421 bets. Ravens vs. Bills. The spread was favoring the Ravens by -2.5, but the public was all over the Bills. 71% of the money was backing Buffalo. Everyone thought, you're giving the Bills plus 2.5 points. Well, guess what? The score ended up Ravens 35, Bills 10. Another win for the Sportsbook. Sportsbook 2, Public 0. Now, let's get to the tricky part, Monday Night Football. Last week, the Sportsbook let the public win one of the two games held on Monday night, so our AI figured they might try the same this week. And guess what? That's exactly what they did. The games were played just a half hour apart, and the first one was Dolphins vs. Titans. A total of 196,208 bets were placed, with 75% of public money backing the Dolphins at -2.5. Only 25% of the money was on the winless Titans to cover the spread. And get this, 87% of the public was on the Dolphins moneyline. Imagine if the sportsbook could not only have the Titans cover but also win outright, they'd make a killing. And that's exactly what happened. Final score, Titans 31, Dolphins 12. Boom. Sportsbook 3, Public 0. The second game was Lions vs. Seahawks. The bets were more distributed, with the public actually favoring the Seahawks 51% to 49%. But the Sharps hammered the Lions at -4. So even though the sportsbook took a loss, it wasn't to the public. The public was actually favoring the Seahawks at +4.5. What I'm trying to say is that the Sharps, the more skilled and informed bettors, took down the sportsbook. 49% of the bets were on the Lions, but a whopping 60% of the money was on them. So, in reality, the public didn't win, but we're going to give this one to the Sharps. The sportsbook lost, even though it wasn't the public taking him down. Sportsbook 3, Public 1, Sharps 1. That was the primetime games with the most bets. We speed things up, games are more distributed, with many games going on at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Sunday. Steelers vs. Colts. A total of 156,429 bets were placed on this game. The Steelers were favored at -2, with 58% of public bets on Pittsburgh and 42% backing the Colts. Final score, Colts 27, Steelers 24. Another win for the Sportsbook. Sportsbook 4, Public 1. Commanders vs. Cardinals. A total of 154,500 bets were placed. The spread was -3.5, favoring the Cardinals, with 43% of public money on the Commanders and 57% on the Cardinals. What happened? Commanders 42, Cardinals 14. Another win for the Sportsbook. Sportsbook 5, Public 1. Vikings vs. Packers. The spread was -2.5, favoring the Packers. The Vikings had 72% of the public money, while the Packers only had 28%. What happened? Vikings 31, Packers 29. We finally got a legitimate win for the public. Sportsbook 5, Public 2. Bengals vs. Panthers. A total of 130,857 bets were placed. The Bengals were favored by 4.5, with 73% of public bets on the Bengals and only 27% on the Panthers. What happened? Bengals 34, Panthers 24. The public covers. Sportsbook 5, Public 3. We're cooking with fire now. Broncos vs. Jets. A total of 130,741 bets were placed. The Jets were favored by 8. Wow, the public must have thought Aaron Rodgers was going to have a great game. Wrong. 60% of public money was on the Jets, and only 40% on the Broncos at +8. What happened? Broncos 10, Jets 9. Sportsbook wins again. Sportsbook 6, public 3. Chiefs vs Chargers. A total of 129,792 bets were placed. The Chiefs were favored by -7, with 43% of the money on the Chiefs and 57% on the Chargers. Final score: Chiefs 17, Chargers 10. Push. Sportsbook 6, public 3, and now 1 push. Now we're going to really speed things up, not to bore our subscribers. Bears 24, Rams 18. Sportsbook wins. Books 33, Eagles 16. Public wins. Jaguars 20, Texans 24. Sportsbook wins. Saints 24, Falcons 26. Public wins. 49ers 30, Patriots 13. Public wins. Browns 16, Raiders 20. Sportsbook wins. So, the final tally: Sportsbook 9, public 6, and 1 push. And on the primetime games, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday Night Football, the tally was 3-1. And as George Santayana wisely said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Let's learn from the past so we can win in the future. Hit that subscribe button and join AI Sports Predictor, where the edge is always in your hands.